My fellow Guardians, what's up y'all? Your dude Sly here, and welcome back to another Sly Nation Destiny 2 guide. In my last video, we checked out the hidden Test of Darkness, also called the Strange Signal. This time, however, we're going to be taking a look at another secret event hidden within the open world. A word of caution though, it takes you all over Europa, and you definitely need to bring your dancing shoes. Now, it did take me a little while to find all of these things and then piece them together, but after you do it once, it totally becomes a breeze. So, just like we talked about in the last event video, Test of Darkness, this emote event also drops Legendary Europa weapons and armor. It is also on a one-time per week lockout, and in case you were wondering, this event can be completed solo or with a full fire team. So, with that, let's get this bad boy started. So I'm sure a few of you out there have noticed this small Vex spire sitting towards the side of the Cadmus Ridge map. Well, this right here activates the event. So to get things started, first be sure to equip both a legendary and exotic emote just in case. Then head towards the Europa settlement called Eventide. It's at the far north side of Europa. Once you get here, you're going to need to kill some time until you come across a specific enemy. To find him, you first have to wait until you see a powerful enemy has taken shelter from the storm at the bottom left hand side of your screen. Now once this shows up, you have about as long as, say, a battle with a VIP enemy before the boss will then despawn and you have to wait all over again. So as soon as you see this pop up, head towards the garage at the very beginning of the Eventide map. Now this area has those dense snowstorms, so it's kind of hard to get directions, but as you are riding into the ruins, you simply want to take your very first right as soon as you're able to. Once you start getting towards the end of the settlement close to the cliffs, you want to look to your right, and you'll see sort of like a corner warehouse or a corner garage with both sides open and snow piled within. You know it's the right garage because there are ledges both in front and beside this one, while the other identical garage does not have that. This right here is where the boss is sheltering from the storm, and sometimes you'll find him knelt down in the snow with barely his head sticking out, and other times he'll be off to one side. Either way, he's always in here, just use your radar to find him. So once the boss is spotted, go ahead and take him out, and then you'll get a buff called the Riis-Reborn key codes. Now it seems to be kind of finicky. Most of the time, it only gives codes to the person who lands the final blow. However, sometimes it gives it to everyone, but no matter what happens here, things will be fine, as you'll see next. The code that you're given takes a very long time before it disappears as well. You can fast travel and even die with it, it'll still be there when you're respawned. So don't worry about rushing, but do not go AFK as it can and will disappear, however, after a decent amount of time. So once you have this buff or status effect, whatever you wish to call it, you then want to make your way towards the elevators in the center of Eventide. You're basically going to go to where you saw Aramis for the very first time within the campaign. Once you take the elevator up, keep taking the only path available to you, and then just keep going. Keep heading straight until you reach the Riis-Reborn approach. Now, depending on how far you are in the campaign, you're going to get to a certain point where the door on the right hand side will be blocked by a stasis field, or unblocked depending on where you're at. Be sure to ignore that and do not take that right hand side. You want to jump up and go left instead. Head on through the long hallways and then just keep going. You want to take it all the way until you are in this area where the only option is to drop straight down. At the bottom here, there's going to be a boss chilling. I always kill him, but of course it's totally up to you. So the next step, what you want to do is after you drop down and you're looking at the main room in front of you, you then want to turn around and walk back towards the wall. You'll then see a machine that looks like those buttons from the Scourge of the Past raid. You know, the ones that kind of open up when you get close and you have to melee them? Well, this is where you're going to use that Riis-Reborn key code. The cylinder looking thing in front of you is a delicious can of inert radiolaria. Chugging it down will give everyone standing next to the machine another buff, which is called the Cadmus Ridge code. So go ahead and chug down that ice-cold, delicious can of radiolaria, and then you want to fast travel back to Varix. By the way, Bungie, if you're listening, the northern part of Europa desperately needs a fast travel point, guys. Anyway, so hop on your Sparrow once you get to Varix and head towards Cadmus Ridge, which is north instead of heading right at Varix. Once you load into the Cadmus Ridge area, keep heading straight until you see a big X Vex structure on your right hand side. Head towards it, and at the bottom of the hill on your left, you're going to see a bright white glow. This is where you use the Cadmus Ridge code and the event gets started. So go ahead and use it, and be sure that your entire fire team does as well. Once you do that, you have now activated this secret emote challenge. Now notice the 3 triangles in front of you and the plate. To continue on with this event and spawn in the next area, you need to stand on the plate and then use an emote. My exotic Halloween emote worked for most plates, as did a legendary one. However, my selfie emote and 2 others seemed to either not register or didn't work fast enough, one of the two. Not really sure what's up with it, but just keep using different emotes until one works and then continue using that same one. Either way, once you emote correctly, you want to look back at the plate. Notice the shape that was on it at the very beginning is now broken up and then shattered into pieces. This means it's activated and the next part of the event spawns in. Once this happens, you have about 2 minutes to do this next part. So take out boxes holding the death lasers and then hop on up. This giant Vex structure is basically just a huge X with 4 plates all around it. You need to emote on those plates, but in the correct order. For myself, it was, at least from my point of view here, the plate straight ahead of me on the opposite side, then the plate to the right, and then finally the plate on the left. Now this might change weekly, or perhaps only certain emotes might trigger the plate. I'm not 100% sure, as I just solved this puzzle this afternoon. Perhaps this thing changes weekly, or maybe it even moves. No idea, but we'll find out soon enough. In any case, once you input the correct order of plates to dance on, a chest will spawn in, and then it'll take away your Cadmus Ridge code when you open it up. And that's about it. I tried to grab the chest twice, like in the other hidden event, but it only opened an empty chest, so it looks like it is definitely a one-time per week thing. But yeah, that's about it, Guardians. Another fun puzzle to solve and to share with your friends. I have another hidden chest guide coming up here soon, and I'm still working on a second one as I haven't completely figured it out yet. So be sure to subscribe and keep checking back, as I'll be uploading throughout the week as we discover more of Europa and the hidden things it has to offer. As always, thank you for not only watching, but for supporting my channel. If you're new to Sly Nation, then welcome, Guardian. I'm glad you can make it, and I hope that you decide to stick around for what's next. Be sure to subscribe and share this video with your friends, family, and your clan, and help me get closer to my goal of reaching 100k subscribers. I've been wanting to try to get that bronze YouTube plaque now, like forever, so hopefully we can make it happen. Anyways, I'm out, and again, thanks for watching, especially since there are so many other great YouTubers out there. If you wish to get in touch, business or otherwise, feel free to hit me up for any reason, SlyNationGaming67@gmail.com, or check me out over on the socials, at Sly_Nation on Twitter, Sly Nation Gaming on the FB. Take care, Guardians, and keep those eyes open for more Sly Nation videos coming out here soon, but until then, this is your dude Sly, and I'll catch you all in the next one.
Into